A recent UFO sighting at Manchester Airport has gone viral, sparking a wave of speculation, particularly due to the unusual circumstances surrounding its documentation. A pilot using the pseudonym Bigelow reported observing and recording a silver orb-shaped UFO near the airport. The object, described as hovering just above the ground before shooting upward at high speeds, has led to much debate about its origins and whether authorities might be trying to cover up such sightings. Bigelow's detailed account, along with the mysterious suspension of his social media accounts after sharing the footage, has fueled suspicions of a deliberate cover-up. The sighting took place at Manchester Airport while Bigelow was in the cockpit preparing for departure. He described seeing a silver metallic orb hovering just a few feet off the ground in an area near the tarmac. About the size of a small car, it moved silently, defying the typical behavior of aircraft or drones. Bigelow said the orb hovered in place for several moments, seemingly observing its surroundings. When airport security approached, the object suddenly shot up at an incredible speed, disappearing within seconds. Its vertical ascension, with no visible propulsion or sound, mirrors characteristics found in other UFO sightings, adding to the mystery of its nature. Bigelow's account is similar to numerous other reports of orb-shaped UFOs, which are often described as reflective, seamless, and highly maneuverable. Understanding the skepticism surrounding such claims, Bigelow posted the video footage online to support his account. However, just hours after posting it on Twitter, his account was suspended without explanation. He then shared his experience on Reddit, but his account was soon removed after his posts began to gain attention. These actions have sparked further speculation that there is a deliberate effort to suppress information about the sighting. Many in the UFO community, along with others, have speculated that authorities might be pressuring social media platforms to take down content related to the incident. This could be to protect sensitive details about classified technology or to prevent widespread panic. The lack of official acknowledgement or explanation has only fueled these suspicions. Critics argue that such incidents are part of a troubling pattern of secrecy around UFO sightings, especially those involving credible witnesses like pilots. The sudden removal of Bigelow's online presence has led many to question whether his testimony posed a threat to revealing information that authorities want to keep concealed. The nature of the silver orb seen at Manchester Airport continues to stir intense debate, with various theories about its origins. One possible explanation is that the orb represents advanced human-made technology, perhaps connected to experimental military or private aerospace projects. Its silent hovering and rapid acceleration could suggest breakthroughs in propulsion or materials science that are not yet publicly known. The location of Manchester Airport, near military and research facilities, adds some weight to this theory, though no official connection has been made. Still, many ask, why would such a device be hovering above an airport if it was developed nearby? As one user commented, these types of initiatives often cost hundreds of millions, if not billions, of dollars, and those working on them are typically told to keep them confidential. Why then would such advanced technology be displayed in an airport for all to see? It doesn't make sense. Another common theory is that the orb was a highly advanced piece of technology not of human origin. Its behavior and design, including its seamless metallic appearance and incredible maneuverability, align with many UFO reports globally, leading some to interpret it as evidence of alien technology. If the object was indeed an extraterrestrial craft, its appearance at a busy international airport raises several questions about its purpose and what it intended to do. The swift suspension of Bigelow's social media accounts has reignited discussions on how UFO sightings are managed by authorities and platforms. This situation echoes other cases where credible witnesses have been silenced or dismissed after trying to share their experiences. Supporters of the cover-up theory suggest that government and military agencies might have an interest in controlling the narrative around UFO sightings, especially those involving advanced technology or extraterrestrial activity. Keeping such incidents from the public eye could help avoid widespread speculation, protect sensitive research, or maintain geopolitical stability. On the other hand, some caution against jumping to conclusions. The account suspensions might simply be due to social media platforms enforcing policies against unverified or controversial claims, though the timing and lack of transparency continue to fuel doubts. The Manchester airport sighting has caught public attention not just because of the mysterious object, but also due to the events that followed. Incidents like this reflect the increasing demand for transparency in how UFO phenomena are studied and reported. With the U.S. government and other countries recently acknowledging the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena and stepping up efforts to investigate them, the Manchester sighting highlights the need for thorough and transparent inquiry, adding to the growing mystery of silver orb UFOs over the United Kingdom. Some military officials and defense analysts have proposed a link between an increase in UFO sightings and the movement of nuclear weapons in the region. While this theory remains speculative, it aligns with global reports suggesting that unidentified aerial phenomena often appear near sensitive military sites, especially those connected to nuclear technology. The idea that UFO sightings above the UK might be linked to the transportation or storage of nuclear weapons isn't without historical support. Declassified documents, eyewitness accounts, and historical records have often tied unexplained aerial phenomena to military installations, leading some to believe that these objects may be monitoring human activities involving weapons of mass destruction. The connection between UFOs and nuclear facilities is a consistent theme in UFO research. In the United States, for example, former military personnel have reported seeing UFOs near nuclear missile silos, some of which allegedly experienced temporary malfunctions in missile functionality. Similarly, in Russia, there have been reports of unidentified craft hovering near nuclear sites, sometimes performing maneuvers that suggest deliberate surveillance. In the UK, several notable incidents have occurred near military bases known for housing or transporting nuclear weapons. One such example is the Rendlesham Forest incident of 1980, often referred to as Britain's most significant UFO encounter. It took place near RAF Bentwaters, a base believed to store nuclear arms during the Cold War. Witnesses, including U.S. Air Force personnel, described seeing a glowing metallic object performing impossible maneuvers over the forest. This event remains one of the most compelling UFO cases in UK history, and its proximity to a nuclear site has contributed to ongoing speculation about the motives behind such sightings. Recent reports indicate that sightings of silver orb UFOs have risen above the UK, aligning with the transportation of nuclear weapons to undisclosed locations. These movements are part of regular military operations aimed at maintaining the safety and preparedness of the UK's nuclear deterrent. However, the connection between these activities and the increase in UFO sightings has raised questions among military officials and researchers. Eyewitness accounts from both civilians and military personnel describe these UFOs as behaving in ways that suggest they may be observing or gathering intelligence. Some reports describe objects hovering near convoys carrying nuclear materials, while others mention UFOs performing complex flight patterns over military bases. A silver orb sighted at Manchester Airport, although not directly linked to a nuclear facility, follows the pattern of unexplained aerial activity near sensitive locations. The theory that UFOs could be monitoring nuclear weapons is based on the idea that these objects, whether extraterrestrial or originating from advanced human technology, may be interested in humanity's capacity for destruction. Supporters of this theory argue that nuclear weapons represent a significant leap in technological and military power, one that might draw the attention of external observers. From an extraterrestrial standpoint, nuclear activity could indicate a level of technological advancement that warrants closer observation. Some theorists suggest UFOs may function as sentinels, watching over humanity's use of such destructive force to prevent it from spiraling out of control. Others speculate that UFOs might be concerned about the environmental impact of nuclear explosions, which could reach beyond Earth and affect other realms of existence. If these objects are indeed man-made, their proximity to nuclear sites could suggest reconnaissance by foreign powers or covert surveillance by domestic agencies. The advanced nature of these UFOs, such as their ability to hover silently, accelerate at extreme speeds, and avoid detection, indicates technology well beyond what conventional drones or aircraft can achieve. Historically, the UK government has been reserved when it comes to UFO sightings, often attributing them to misidentified aircraft, weather phenomena, or other explainable events. However, with increasing global attention on UFOs in recent years, there has been a shift towards a more transparent stance. Military officials in the UK have acknowledged a rise in UFO reports, especially around sensitive locations. While they have refrained from confirming any link to nuclear activities, their statements imply a growing awareness of the phenomenon. Some retired military members have even publicly expressed concern that these sightings aren't being taken seriously enough, considering their possible impact on national security. Critics argue that the lack of public disclosure creates mistrust and fuels speculation. They believe that if UFOs are indeed being attracted to nuclear sites, governments should thoroughly investigate and share their findings with the public. The recent suspension of Bigelow's social media accounts after his silver orb sighting has only intensified suspicions that authorities may be withholding information about these events. The sighting of a silver orb UFO at Manchester Airport adds to a long history of similar reports across the United Kingdom, some of which date back centuries. These mysterious objects, often described as metallic or glowing spheres, have been spotted in various parts of the UK long before the advent of airplanes or modern aviation technology. The frequency of these sightings over the years suggests that the phenomenon is not a recent occurrence, but rather a long-standing mystery embedded in British history. Accounts of strange aerial phenomena in the UK can be traced back to medieval and early modern times. Chroniclers and witnesses described objects in the sky that closely resemble what we now call silver orb UFOs, often referred to as flying globes or spheres of light. These objects were usually seen on clear days or nights and were often linked to unusual movements or light displays. One of the earliest documented sightings took place in the 13th century, when chroniclers in England reported a strange globe of light hovering over a battlefield. The glowing orb was said to move against the wind and remain in the sky before vanishing without warning. Witnesses at the time interpreted it as a divine omen or a warning, reflecting the spiritual and superstitious beliefs of the era. In the 17th century, such sightings became more common. In 1666, witnesses in Bristol saw a bright orb in the sky that seemed to defy gravity, moving quickly before pausing midair. This event, recorded in diaries and letters from the time, left observers baffled. Though it was often dismissed as a celestial phenomenon, it didn't match the typical descriptions of meteors or comets. With the rise of the Victorian era and the growth of industrialization, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena gained new attention. In 1854, residents of London reported seeing a metallic, spherical object hovering above the city. Unlike weather balloons or other known objects of the time, this sphere moved unpredictably and emitted a shiny, reflective surface that caught the eye of many onlookers. Newspapers of the time speculated wildly about its origins, ranging from experimental technologies to visitors from another world. The limited scientific knowledge of the era, along with growing public interest in the unknown aspects of the universe, gave these sightings a mythical quality. These Victorian reports of silver orbs closely resemble modern-day accounts, suggesting a surprising consistency in the phenomenon. In the early 20th century, before airplanes were common, reports of silver orbs continued in the UK. One notable instance occurred in 1909, when villagers in Wiltshire witnessed a glowing metallic object hovering above a field. Witnesses described the orb as perfectly round and shining like polished silver. It reportedly moved silently, eventually disappearing into the clouds. Another significant sighting occurred in 1913 near Edinburgh, Scotland, where a group of fishermen observed a reflective orb hovering over the water. They claimed the object moved with precision, as though under intelligent control, before suddenly accelerating upwards at an astonishing speed. The descriptions from this period closely match modern reports of orb UFOs, adding to the ongoing mystery. The ongoing reports of silver orb UFOs over the years have led to a variety of interpretations. Some researchers argue that these orbs could be early encounters with advanced technology, possibly created by unknown civilizations or even extraterrestrial beings. The idea that these orbs have been seen for centuries raises several questions about their purpose. Could they be surveillance devices, scientific probes, or something that humans cannot fully understand? Others propose a more abstract theory, suggesting that the orbs could be manifestations of energy or other advanced phenomena. While these theories are speculative, they attempt to reconcile physical sightings with the more mystical or symbolic explanations often found in historical records. The Manchester Airport sighting in 2024 fits into the long-standing pattern of reports surrounding silver orb UFOs. The object's shiny metallic look and its remarkable ability to maneuver are characteristics that align with similar sightings throughout history. Its appearance at a busy modern airport brings attention to how these phenomena have persisted across time and continue to adapt to present-day settings. Additionally, the fact that these orbs have been spotted long before the advent of modern aviation adds to their mystery. If these orbs were merely secret aircraft or drones, how could they be explained in times when such technology didn't exist? The ongoing nature of these sightings makes the possibility of a cover-up more plausible. If these objects have been reported for centuries and still remain unexplained, it begs the question of whether governments and institutions have deeper knowledge about them. For many, the Manchester Airport incident serves as a reminder that UFOs are no longer just a topic for science fiction or fringe theories. With the growing number of credible reports and official recognition of UAPs, it's clear that a more serious and transparent conversation is needed about what these objects really are and why they seem so drawn to humanity's nuclear capabilities. The sighting at Manchester Airport, when viewed through the lens of historical and modern UFO encounters, emphasizes the necessity for a more rigorous investigation into these phenomena. For centuries, unexplained aerial objects have been dismissed or trivialized, but the consistent nature of their reports demands attention. These sightings, whether in the form of silver orbs, triangular crafts, or luminous shapes, reflect a persistent enigma that humanity has yet to unravel. Why have they been observed near sensitive locations like nuclear facilities, or in this case, an international airport? Why do they exhibit behaviors that defy our current understanding of physics and aerodynamics? These questions are central to the discussion. From an academic perspective, the Manchester sighting and others like it fit into a broader framework of UAP studies, which intersect with disciplines like physics, psychology, history, and even philosophy. Let's examine a few key areas where these sightings have implications and where further study could yield insight. The behaviors exhibited by these objects, particularly their ability to accelerate at incredible speeds, hover silently, and make abrupt directional changes, suggest technologies far beyond our current capabilities. Mainstream physics, grounded in principles like Newtonian mechanics and Einstein's theories of relativity, struggles to explain these phenomena. For example, the ability to accelerate instantaneously or change direction without any visible propulsion system contradicts our understanding of inertia and energy transfer. This raises an important question. Are these objects employing technologies based on principles that we have not yet discovered? Some researchers propose concepts like field propulsion or zero-point energy, which remain speculative but could potentially explain such behaviors. If these technologies exist, they could revolutionize transportation, energy production, and even our understanding of the universe. Furthermore, their ability to evade radar detection suggests advanced stealth capabilities. Radar operates by bouncing electromagnetic waves off objects, and the reflection is picked up by sensors. The fact that these objects are often invisible to radar but visible to the naked eye implies the use of materials or mechanisms that can absorb or deflect radar waves. a technology only partially understood today. Equally intriguing is the psychological aspect of UFO sightings. How do humans perceive and interpret unexplained phenomena? Historically, sightings have been influenced by the cultural and technological context of the time. In medieval Europe, unexplained aerial phenomena were often interpreted as divine signs or omens. During the 20th century, with the advent of space exploration, these phenomena began to be viewed as extraterrestrial spacecraft. This shift illustrates how societal beliefs and advancements shape our interpretations. However, this also complicates the study of UFOs. Witnesses often report different shapes, sizes, and behaviors for the same object, raising questions about the reliability of human perception. Factors like lighting conditions, stress, and pre-existing beliefs can influence how an individual interprets what they see. Understanding these psychological influences is crucial for separating genuine phenomena from misidentifications or illusions. The historical continuity of UFO sightings, as seen with the silver orbs reported in medieval times and now in 2024, challenges the notion that they are purely modern phenomena. If these objects were simply misidentified aircraft or atmospheric phenomena, why have similar accounts persisted for centuries, long before the invention of airplanes or satellites? This consistency suggests that these objects are neither random nor purely cultural constructs, but rather a genuine phenomenon that has interacted with humanity across different eras. In fact, the recurrence of sightings near critical or strategic locations, battlefields in medieval times, cities during the Victorian era, and nuclear facilities or airports today, raises the possibility that these objects are systematically observing humanity's activities. If they are indeed sentinels or probes, as some theories suggest, their presence could indicate an enduring interest in human development and technological milestones. The military implications of UFO sightings near nuclear facilities and other sensitive locations cannot be overstated. Governments worldwide have historically been tight-lipped about these encounters, often citing national security concerns. However, the increasing number of credible reports, many from military personnel, suggests that these sightings are taken more seriously behind closed doors than is publicly acknowledged. If these objects are of extraterrestrial origin, their presence near nuclear facilities could signify a concern about humanity's destructive capabilities. Alternatively, if they are human-made, they could represent reconnaissance by foreign powers, a possibility that raises significant national security concerns. Either scenario necessitates a coordinated international effort to investigate and address the phenomenon. Military personnel, particularly those stationed at nuclear sites, have reported instances where UFOs appear to interfere with weapon systems. For example, there are documented cases where unidentified objects reportedly disabled nuclear missiles, rendering them temporarily inoperable. If these accounts are accurate, they suggest an extraordinary level of technological sophistication and a potential ability to influence human affairs. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.